1 year since the war in Gaza erupted, prospects for a ceasefire or lasting peace remain elusive. Dr Ferooze Ali from Asia Middle East Center for Research and Dialogue, AMEC, says despite international efforts, the conflict continues to cast a shadow over the region, leaving little hope for a resolution in the near future.
Those who are involved in this war, leadership, in this case we have individuals such as Netanyahu, who has been playing hardball with Hamas and also now Hezbollah. Bear in mind, Netanyahu is an individual not only against negotiating with Hamas, but he historically has proven to be one of the main person who torpedoed the Oslo Agreement by saying that Oslo Agreement essentially is non-existent at this point, is dysfunctional, etc. So we have a recalcitrant leader from Israel, Netanyahu, whilst at the same time we have a rather complex Hamas leader that is Yahya Sinwar himself. Yahya Sinwar also is a tough leader to negotiate with. So this complex dynamic leads us to a situation where it is hard to get to some form of midpoint in agreeing to cease the war and release hostages.
He also weighed in on the role of the U.S. in encouraging peace dialogue.
United States, especially under the Biden agreement, Biden administration has been rather reactive in their overall approach in trying to pressure Israel towards a constructive behavior in the region. I find this rather ironic because I believe that the United States does have a leverage on Israel, and historically this is also proven. Back in 1982, it was Ronald Reagan that gave a call to Menachem Begin to ask him to stop the massacre in Sabra Shatila.
What lies behind Israel's Benjamin Netanyahu's strategy in Gaza and southern Lebanon? Asia Middle East Center for Research and Dialogue, AMEC's Dr Ferooze Ali shares his thoughts.
Netanyahu's plan can be reduced into two. Number one, as you have just mentioned, it is for his own political survival. Remember that Netanyahu and his wife, Sarah Netanyahu, is facing 3 major corruption charges inside Israel since 2020. And one way of avoiding to be charged is to ensure the continuity of his premiership. Now, in any democratic country, in order to have such condition, you need to ensure that your cabinet and your coalition is robust and it's not fragile. And I mean, one way that Netanyahu did that was through having, again, Bezalel Smotrich and Itamar Ben-Gvir in the whole mix of his cabinet. And these people have been using that, that fact as a way of pressuring Netanyahu and also strengthening him to go ahead with military plans in Gaza and also in southern Lebanon. And the idea is if Netanyahu don't fall in line, they will pull out of the government.
He added that Israel's broader strategy to weaken Iran and Hezbollah is likely a political advantage for Netanyahu.
Remember that Iran has been Israel's sworn enemy since 1979, since the time where Ayatollah Khamenei took over the power in Iran from the Shah of Iran. And ever since then, Iran has projected a serious threat to Israel. Israel has actually looked into different ways to destabilize Iran domestically, internationally, and for most part up to this juncture, it seems none of it tend to be successful. I would argue that the current climate provides Israel with a strategic opportunity to get rid of Iran once for all. And one way is to drag United States into the whole mess and let this Iran and also United States, including Israel, to get into a war and potentially eradicating Iran once for all.